Greetings. So, left off last time. Still, I'm not out of the woods for the trauma uh, uh, response that I have for the anniversary. Nor is it a thing where uh, it's just around the anniversary. It can come whenever, because there's other things during the war, during the deployment that happened that were very upsetting, very worldview changing, with no one to come in and explain to myself nor others that this event happening to you is going to change the rest of your life, and then talk you down and talk you through the stages of having such trauma happen to you. It's life. Life does not care. Life does not care. It's only going to pose questions to you. Now, your responsibility toward life is to answer those questions, and you and only you hold the right answer. And it is your sole responsibility to answer those questions with 100% commitment toward responding to life or whatever deity you hold true. But come on, I want to get you so bad. There's a mosquito in here. Vampires. But back to Lackland, San Antonio, Texas. I'm gonna get this thing. Come on. Oh, you're on my phone. I can't really hit the phone. I can spook him off. Almost. Dang it. Oh, you'll be mine. So now we've come to the day finally of graduation. I don't know if I told you, but I'll just recap the story. Last one of the big things was this gigantic base run. Kid in my flight was just a complete goofus. You could tell this kid was an absolute class clown, F up, and did nothing but want to seek attention. And at every opportunity, this kid would want to be an individual. And the TIs would smoke this kid. I'd smoke this kid. But he had settled down for the most part, because he was finding out the attention he was seeking wasn't worth it, especially in an institutionalized unit. You're not an individual, you're part of a group. If you want to stand out by doing good works. And amazingly, he was a fantastic long distance runner. So we got out in this, we had a chance to do something, a recreation, a base run with the base general. And I don't know if I explained this, but again, this kid won for all 800 or so people, trainees. He won the overall, was basically running with the officers. He was darn good at running. And went to receive an award, but it was cool that day. And he had taken his Air Force sweatshirt and wrapped it around his head and then tied it underneath his neck so only his face was showing, and went up to receive his award from the base commander dressed like that, and was standing there and thought it was hilarious until a TI came over and whispered something in his ear, and he took it off finally. Then I went, and then no one could save him at that point. He knew what he was doing. He knew not to do it. Trying to be an individual, trying to be a clown, got him recycled. because after he got his award, the commander gave him the award, looked at the TI, and that's all it took was a simple look. That TI tore into him so bad. It was the worst. They call it like shark pit. They would just surround you and just berate you. And it was the last week. We were home free. This was actually supposed to be a fun thing, and he got recycled out of the flight. I was like, I can't help you. Then we had to take the test, the comprehensive test of all the military history of the Air Force, and military customs and courtesies that we have to abide by. And we had a non-English speaker within our flight, and he failed miserably because English wasn't his first language. So he got recycled. So I lost two. Then it was graduation day, and I loved this. I was so proud of the guys. We got in our dress blues. We assembled downstairs, and I felt such a sense of pride marching out to the parade field. We're gonna march in front of the base commander, and the only thing I didn't like was our TIs, the two TIs that helped us through, weren't gonna march us. They gave us off to another TI in training, and he had us all assembled, and we're coming up, and I'm right beside him. He's guiding the flight, and I'm off to the side because I'm the dorm chief. Oh, got you finally. And it was one of the most proud moments ever for me, because we turned to go down the flight line, and he looked at me and he looked at all of us, and he said to us, clear as day, and I'll never forget, he's like, bring that shit. And I was like, hell yes. So, but of course you don't respond, but it was the best marching we had ever pulled off. You could hear all the footsteps and so much syncopation, that it was so syncopated that it was like refreshing, and the legs looked like scissors. It was like, yes, hell yes. This is exactly what it was supposed to be. We graduated. You're now an airman in the Air Force, and now the TIs immediately treat you differently. Immediately treat you differently, because now you're a part of the Air Force. We got to go to downtown San Antonio on the Riverwalk. And the thing I wanted the most, because you have 8 weeks of money saved, I wanted lobster. So I never had lobster. I want a lobster. So we went down to this place, and it was wonderful. Sat down, small group, and we got lobster. I got a lobster, and a grilled lobster, and it was delicious. I really enjoyed it. Gosh, I enjoyed that a lot. Got to walk around and sort of be free, but you're in your dress blues, so everybody knows who you are and what you're doing, but you can't mess up. And I was just excited to meet people's parents, meet people's girlfriends and things like that, wives, because they had been writing home or talking on the phone about the experience, and I thought it was great. But then there was an element of sadness because this portion is over, and now I'm going to go to Keesler Air Force Base in Mississippi for my tech school, which is 6.5 months of cryptographic training. And I was like, this doesn't sound like it's going to be fun. But again, it's a thing of start over again. No one knows who you are. You lose all of your rights and privileges as the dorm chief. However, you gain anonymity again. You're just a regular dude. and I can go be and reinvent myself once again. I'm like, as long as there's a gym and as long as I had food, I'm pretty good to go. Because the one thing that was insane was they opened up that wall locker, and we could get our stuff out, our civilian clothes back out. I didn't want to put them on because looking at those clothes, that bright yellow shirt and those bright yellow shoes I had on, I wasn't the same person. I didn't need this stuff. And I was like, it just felt so foreign. And to put those things on and get on a bus to head to Keesler, it was odd. It was extremely odd because we had done things as a group so much, and now we're individuals, but looking, because we're dressed completely differently, and now we're relaxing again. And that was a hard pill to swallow. Psychologically, it was a hard pill to swallow. But then getting to the base, getting a room and a roommate, meeting up and getting assignments and work assignments, and then trying to figure out, hey, is there any way I can get some type of rank here and responsibilities because I want to become a leader? Finding out about those things, I was like, I'm in, and immediately started casting off and reinventing myself once again. So I love that. I love the military experience. As always, be the reason somebody smiles today, and I will see you next time.